sir, you are convinced that President Putin is going to invade Ukraine. Is that what you just said a few moments ago?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Leslie Draffin. Chris Radcliffe has the night off. Well, President Biden addressed the nation less than an hour ago about the crisis in Ukraine as top U.S. officials push for a peaceful solution. There's been an increase of shelling in parts of eastern Ukraine, and it's causing concern that Russia may be trying to create an excuse to invade. Alice Barr has more.
President Biden speaking to top allies from Europe to Canada today before addressing the American people about urgent efforts to prevent a Russian invasion of Ukraine.
We're calling out Russia's plans loudly and repeatedly, not because we want a conflict, but because we're doing everything in our power to remove any reason that Russia may give to justify invading Ukraine and prevent them from moving.
At the same time, Vice President Kamala Harris is in Munich for a high-profile security conference where the crisis is taking center stage.
We remain open to diplomacy. The onus is on Russia at this point to demonstrate that it is serious in that regard.
U.S. officials say Russia's troop presence has grown to as many as 190,000 along Ukraine's borders, with roughly half in attack position. Secretary of State Antony Blinken accusing Russia of actively creating false provocations aimed at sparking conflict with Ukraine and justifying an invasion.
A scenario that is already in play.
Western leaders believe one such plot may be playing out in breakaway regions of eastern Ukraine, where Russian-backed separatists are evacuating, claiming they're under threat amid a spike in shelling. Ukraine putting the blame squarely on Russia. Secretary Blinken is set to meet with Russia's top diplomat next week, provided there's been no invasion.
I want to offer a word of thanks.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin meeting with American troops in Poland today amid news the U.S. is expected to move more forces into Hungary to bolster NATO-allied defenses. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Now, a planned meeting between Vice President Kamala Harris and Ukraine's president is up in the air amid concerns that Russia could take advantage of the moment if Ukraine's leader leaves that country. And we'll, of course, continue keeping you updated on that story.